I'm down here in Brunswick at the moment. We've had a big day, been at the track, getting everything organised for the upcoming race. We're really looking forward to these NSR Championships. All of the preparations are going along nicely. The track is just fantastic to race on. We were there today. Some of the boys putting a few cars around. It was absolutely brilliant, and we're really excited because NSR have really supported this event. We have everything that we need to make this something really, really special. What's the main aim? Definitely, first and foremost, for people to come to Brunswick Junction, race at the track and have a good time. That is, without doubt, the most important thing. To have fun. We want this to be a fun event. We want people to have a good time, join in with other slot car races and enjoy themselves. There will be some serious racing, no doubt, and that's really the focus. It is an Australian Championships after all, so we know that there will be people who really want to be the best slot car racer they possibly can, and this is definitely going to be something for them. There's really something for everybody, I suppose. If you want to come, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to have fun and join in, this is going to be an event for you. But also, if you're serious about wanting one of those amazing NSR trophies, then that is also something that we are really focused on, and we're providing a platform for a broad range of people who enjoy this hobby and who are into slot car racing. Yeah, well, that's one of the questions that we've been asked a lot. You know, are we doing this like it's always been done? And the answer to that is no. No, we're not doing it like it's always been done. I think we've taken a very new and fresh approach to slot car racing. It definitely seemed like it was a time to try something new. I mean, what NSR have been doing is a new sort of platform for us, certainly here in Western Australia and I think in Australia. This is the first Australian NSR Championship, and I think we've taken an approach from NSR who like to innovate with their slot cars and do something new, something fresh, something modern. And we've tried to emulate that as well in this event, that we've maybe taken a bit of a fresh look at how we can race slot cars, what the format is like, even how the rules are. We've very much tried to create parity with the cars as much as we possibly can. We want the cars to be as even as possible, and that seems very much the approach from NSR as well in how they've set out their rules. They do want to make sure that the cars are as close as possible and that the driving is the biggest challenge, not to have perhaps a car quicker than someone else because of certain advantages, and we don't want any of that. We want people to try and make sure that they stay within the rules and that they follow the rules that have been set out by NSR and that will be enforced by the scrutineering team here at the event. And one of the things that is catching out some people is that there is a minimum weight for the bodies of the car. So you may need to add weight to the car that you're racing, but it needs to be underneath the driver's cockpit. That's where you need to put the weight if you're adding weight to the body of the car. That's one of the things to look out for. The width of the cars as they're laid out in the rules. Make sure that the cars and the wheelbase is not wider than it should be. Little things like that just to look out for. Make sure that you comply with the rules and read the rules very carefully, especially also in terms of the kind of guide that you can use. And another thing to remember is on the morning when you receive your motor, it won't have wires on it, so you will have to solder on the wires. We will have soldering irons there, but if you've got your own, there will be power in the pit area for you to use, and there'll be a nice space for you to work at in the pit area and plenty of room for you to be able to work on your cars there, put your race box in there, and like I said, there'll be plenty of power, plenty of light. We'll have a nice big marquee for you to work in, and you should be able to set up your cars there, and we'll have plenty of time in the morning. But make sure you get your car to scrutineering early so that it's ready to go and you're ready to race. Definitely put weight in your car. My NSR McLaren probably weighs 90, 95 grams, maybe a touch more than that. Weight is your friend at this track, definitely. Another thing is to make sure you start the day with a fresh set of braids. You have to have the fresh braids. And apart from that, don't true the red tyres probably too hard. You can put perhaps a nice chamfer on them for sure, but don't true them too hard. They need to last all the way through the day of racing for you. Certainly no super glue or nail polish or anything like that on the front tyres, okay? Apart from that, just make sure that your guide is probably self-centering. You need to make sure the motor is screwed in with the screws. That is going to make a bit of a difference as well on this track. Perhaps a little bit of float in the motor pod, a bit of float on the body, all the usual things that you would have. And that's probably about it. Yes, we will have people on hand to help in the pit area, to give you some assistance to try and set your car up, or perhaps just make a couple of those little tweaks that will make a difference. And they're ready to help, and hopefully that will help you enjoy your racing a little bit more. But most of all, we want people to come, have a good time, enjoy the racing here at the NSR Australian National Championships for 2022. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.